Did I get it? I think I got it. Okay, so we're here with our rally mentor, Adam. I made him put some tape over our company logos because I don't want my job being connected with my YouTube, obviously. So, Adam, I'm sorry, you're wearing masking tape.
I'll get over it.
So, I'm gonna see if Adam can use his muscles to smack this hub out. He's not sure if it's gonna work though. We were discussing a puller tool would be way more effective, but we don't really know if there's even one available for this specific problem.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, watch your fingers. And I also moved the car up off the ground a little bit since I'll be here to catch the hub. So I'm holding the hub so we don't lose it on the concrete floor. Yeah, the hard part's holding the sockets in place, like. You want me to lift the car up more, or? It's moving. Hold up, it's not moving anymore. The whole bearing race is jumping.
Yeah.
Fuck. You got it a little more, but then it got stuck again. Oh. Yeah, hell. Ooh.
Going anywhere?
Nah. Try that now. See if it's seized. No, the whole bearing's jumping. Fuck.
I ended up having to destroy the bearing somehow.
No, it hasn't moved at all. Fuck. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how we'd even do that. I mean, I don't care if the bearing gets ripped up because it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. I'm willing to call it lunchtime.
All right.
Thanks for trying, man.
No problem.
I feel less bad now because I figured I was just too weak.
Stuff pretty good.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys another time. Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. So you guys just got done watching a little clip of myself and Adam, our rally mentor, trying to get this job done during a lunch break. Unfortunately, that was not possible. It did not go well. So we actually took this, I don't know if I did it on video, we took this brake line loose solely to get it out of our way because we were afraid we were going to hit it with the hammer, which would not be good. So I looked online and looked for stuck Porsche 944 rear hub, and I saw some suggestions we're going to try today. One of them was this big old slide hammer. The only problem is this is all AutoZone has, for rent anyway, and it's not, I discovered that it's not really fitting. It doesn't really want to fit. I'm not sure why. I don't want to mess up my studs, but chances are they're going to get messed up anyway. Okay, so you get this on here like this, and then you take this slide hammer attachment, which the slide hammer's not even as heavy as that hammer, which I was a little disappointed by that. So I'm hoping the momentum does the job. And so, actually I did this backwards. Sorry, so before you attach the slide hammer, get some lug nuts and secure the claw. And I have 100 of these cheap lug nuts because the way that TRF's the guy who did the cage, he's a really highly skilled race car builder. He said if you use a cheap lug nut, then when something goes wrong, you ruin the lug nut, but you don't ruin the wheel stud. Which is a good point, because wheel studs are like $80 each or something insane like that. Because they're fucking Porsche garbage, of course. But lug nuts, you can get 100 pack for 20 bucks. So we're in safety mode. So you don't want that claw to be mobile. You want that claw to transfer all of the force to the hub. And then what we want to do is we want to screw this all the way in. I mean, I guess technically you don't have to. You at least want it to screw in far enough to... Actually, I don't know. I feel like screwing it all the way in is probably the smart thing to do, right? I mean, that doesn't really seem necessary because it's through now, so. Then again, I don't want to have to pay for a new slide hammer if I fuck it up. So I'll just do it halfway, say like that. Okay, so now the shitty part is that this probably isn't gonna work. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. This thing is so screwed up. Basically what they said online is you're probably gonna break the wheel bearing in half before you ever get this hub out if it's damaged like this. Yeah, so we just broke the wheel bearing in half. Oh, fuck my life. Although it's kind of funny that it only took two hits with the slide hammer when I spent 30 minutes hammering on it with a hammer. And now one of the problems that we now have to deal with is how the hell are you supposed to get this screwed up bearing off of the hub? That's a whole different party. That's like maybe air chisel party. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. So let's get this tool off. We can get it back to AutoZone. And apparently reassembling this bearing after you get everything cleaned up is also not very easy. Uh-oh. And of course it's not gonna... Okay, so this hub will have to be dealt with later. Okay, so it's funny, you know, if you use the right tool, then it works. So if I had just taken my time to go to AutoZone and ask them for help and get this tool, then it wouldn't have wasted 30 minutes. Makes me feel good about myself. And I'm sure Adam is gonna laugh his ass off at me, especially when I show him the video of 1, 2, pop. Be like, don't worry, Adam, you loosened it up for me. So I can take this back to AutoZone, because I sure as hell want that deposit back on this tool. So now, how the hell do we get this out? Because there's no way to actually get to the back of the bearing from this side. It's kind of a shit show. However, the person online that was showing how to deal with this when it does, you know, break apart like this, they basically were saying that this is what you have to use. This toolkit here is your solution. They said you still might have to come back with a Dremel and cut the bearing. Of course, everything is so got all different sizes. Don't really need instructions for something like this. Don't need these anymore. Well, we might need this actually. So we need to get this bearing out. And the best way to do that is to get the largest piece that you can. That's too big. Try number 3. Too big. Number 4 is probably gonna be what we use. Nope, still too big. And these tools, we'll use these tools to put the bearing back into the hub too. I think that's too big also. Number 6. Okay, number 6 is our guy. So at number 6 there, and then I got to get my snap ring pliers and hope to God this snap ring will come out, because chances are it's seized up pretty good. Good enough that I don't know if these will be strong enough by any means. Yeah, this is gonna be a shit show. See that one. And yeah, I'm not so sure this is gonna be strong enough. The problem is finding good snap ring pliers. Like, I don't know, you're gonna end up having to have 10 of them before you ever get enough to do every job. Because I just don't know. I don't think these are gonna be good enough. We can try. I will be amazed if these actually work. Ah, the fucking seal is in the way. Oof. Oh yeah, that bearing's fucked up. Let me see if I can just give it a good smack with the rubber mallet to break it loose. That's probably not gonna work. Okay, let's try again. A lot of people, they might forget this snap ring and then they're totally screwed when they break it. Oof. Almost had it. Ah, so close. I don't want to fuck the snap ring up because they're assuming it, since it's a Porsche part, it's probably worth like $10,000, right? Okay, so this has got to be cleaned up before it goes back in. It probably won't go back in. Okay, now we got to find a bearing cup that will, probably too small. It's close. Try this one. Yeah, that's perfect. That's fucking perfect. Okay, so now what you do, actually, I don't remember. As you can see, this is a very large bolt, so you can get a high torque on it. So this goes in there like that. This goes in there like that. Right? Am I doing that right? And then this goes behind, so you put this in, and then put that on there with the washer. And then the nut. See, this sucks. I never ever want to do this again, but since it's an off-road car, I'm probably going to be doing it all the freaking time. So now what we got to do is we got to find an impact socket that fits this. If I even have one that big, I probably don't. And then a wrench for the other side. The kit didn't come with any wrenches or anything. I might be able to get away with using it's a 1-inch. I wonder if it's I mean, I think it's a standard kit. I mean, metric works too, but it's not 1 inch. You could say that I'm lucky that these sockets were sent to me on accident instead of what I actually ordered, because they've come in handy more than I really thought they ever would. I never thought I'd use them, and now look at this. So, wow, it's not a 1 1/8, so it's a 1 1/4, which is already sitting over there. I should have tried it first. Don't I feel smart? Yeah, it's a 1 1/4, and then we gotta get that adapter, which is gonna substantially change the torque value. So we're just gonna go straight to mode 3. Wait, are you kidding me? That's right, this isn't a 1/2 inch impact. This is insane, all these adapters. It's kind of ridiculous. It may also completely defeat the purpose of even an impact. Because the way an impact works is, yeah, it does not like adapters. It's completely ridiculous. It looks so bad. Might have to go get a 1 1/4 with the right socket size. And then I'm gonna start off by trying to hold it with this. Probably isn't gonna work, but it's worth a shot because I don't think I have a 1 1/4 wrench. This thing's such a piece of shit. Nope. It's not gonna work. These sockets are way too big and heavy for that. Try the 32. Woo! Ah, my ears. Where's those ears? Ah. Oh, it's working. It's actually working. I'm amazed. I didn't think it would ever work. I need to get ear protection and I need to let my impact cool down before I burn up my impact. Although it has a pretty damn good warranty. Okay. Ear protection. Good, it doesn't interfere with the GoPro. Okay, so I'm probably talking louder now, but I also will not lose my hearing. So yeah, win-win. Okay. All right, here we go again. Shit. I'm losing my grip on the... Damn it. Okay. New strategy. Did I get it? I think I got it. I think I fucking got it. Oh my God, this whole time I just needed the right tools. Wow, that's like the complete, it's like the definition of every video I've ever made. Struggle for 3 hours and then give up and go buy the right tools and it's done in a few minutes. I'm gonna need some Scotch-Brite to clean that shit up though. So the problem is, well, let me get this hearing protection off. The problem is that to get the new bearing in and get it in all the way, not only do we need to clean this up a little bit, but you need to get the new bearing completely 100% frozen, like overnight frozen. And then you need to get a torch on this and torch this to right when it starts to make water boil. Any more and you'll damage it. And then you get the bearing and you slide it in and you use that little piece and tap, 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 and hope to God you get it to seat, before the temperatures equalize, and then you're stuck and you got to tear it out and buy another bearing. Because you can't remove the bearing without destroying it is pretty much the consensus among the community of people who aren't magical magician mechanics that can do everything with the touch of a button. You know, as nice as that would be, that's not how the real world works for most people. Let's see, so I need to clean that up. I'm very happy with myself that I finally got that. Steel wool is probably too coarse. Let's see, maybe just a paper towel. I don't know, the steel wool might be necessary, but if you take any metal off on accident, then you're kind of screwing yourself, because I have to go back and read Clark's Garage on how to put the new bearing in. Luckily, so there's some pictures online of how to determine if the bearing race, or not the bearing, I guess you could call it the race. No, this surface is damaged or not. And it said that if this surface was damaged too much, then you're basically screwed and you're gonna have to source a new hub from a junkyard. Or trailing arm, I should say. So I'm glad that the surface is in good condition. So now I got the surface all cleaned up. Nice and clean, it looks good. It doesn't look like there's any galling or any burning from the bearing spinning in place inside that, because that's how you know it's ruined. And then, if I remember correctly, the press fit on the bearing has to be a good clean press fit. No grease, no lubricants at all. But then when you put this back in here, I'm pretty sure it's okay to grease it up to get it in, is my understanding. I need to double check on that. But basically this bearing does not go in. Like, it just starts and then it stops. So we know that we have a good sized, correct sized bearing, and we have a good trailing arm or hub or whatever you want to call it. So the only thing we got to do is freeze this and torch that. I might bring Adam over at lunch to help me out, because you have to do a whole bunch of steps at one time to get it in properly. And then I don't know what I'm going to do about this. This is a nightmare I might not deal with until the weekend. So I'm going to actually get a fresh bag for this. So I'm going to Ziploc bag this so it doesn't stink up my food, or I should say my girlfriend's food, and freeze it overnight. So at minimum 8 hours. So technically it would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or more hours by the time we come back to it at lunchtime tomorrow. Okay, so that's got to go in the freezer. Problem is, I don't know if my torch is really powerful enough to heat up the hub. Now, when I did dirt bike crankshaft bearings, just putting the crank bearing, it was an outside bearing, in the oven was enough to slip it on, and then you hold it down until it cools. I think this is more of an interference fit than that. But uh-oh. One of the things I need to do is get this back apart so I can salvage the components. So, uh-oh. Okay, so this we'll have to use, well, actually we might need the next size up. So look, I mean, this bearing is freaking toasted. Look at this shit, my God. Toast, complete toast. I'm actually gonna set it over here as a trophy. It'd be kind of cool to put it in like a glass box and like put lights around it and like make it a little trophy. Even though I'm not the one who ruined the bearing, it'd still be kind of cool. You guys probably think I'm crazy. This nut job wants to put a bearing on display. What the hell's wrong with him? I am so glad that I bought this kit, and it was only 60 bucks. I mean, my God, for 60 bucks, I just saved myself hours and hours and potentially hundreds of dollars of work that a mechanic would have tried to charge you for. You know, I mean, a mechanic, if I had gone to a mechanic, like given up and taken the trailing arm completely off the car and gone to a local shop, I mean, it could cost anywhere from $20 to $200 depending on if I can convince them not to charge a minimum fee, which a lot of guys around here are really super nice guys, so I probably would have had some good luck. But so what we need to do is we need to find a press that's the right size. That's too small. Whoops. Too small. Shit, that's too big. Oh boy. Might not have the right size. Where'd that bearing go? Because if you don't press on the rim, the outside rim of the bearing, then you're gonna ruin it. Ooh, man, that's not good. I don't have the right size. That might work. Ooh. Of course, Porsche is a specialty size. It's Porsche, so it has to be 1 millimeter bigger than the standard size. Fuckers. Okay, put this here, and then that. The snap ring's gotta get cleaned up. And then this poor thing is hot as fuck. I'm gonna swap batteries here. I got a freaking mess down here. That goes back in. I haven't swapped batteries in a while, actually, so. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, I do want to take a picture for Instagram of some of this stuff. Gotta keep my Instagram peeps following. Pretty much done for today. I want to go play video games. Honestly, I had a good day. I don't want to turn it into a shit day by working with this. So get the bearing in, make sure that, you know, bearing is in, and then after the bearing's in, then we can come back and worry about the hub, which the hub could be very badly damaged and need to be replaced anyway. And I can get 2 of them for 150 bucks. Now, whether or not that includes decent studs or, you know, who knows. But anyway, that is a good day. I'm calling this a good day. I'm happy. I'm going to get this shit back to AutoZone. Yeah, I guess I'll take it back tonight. So thank you guys for watching. We had a good night, which is very rare. So maybe 2 good nights out of, what, 60 videos now. So yeah, happy 60th video, I think. And I will see you guys next time.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive